Hello, I'm Erik Olenschläger. I come from Denmark and I have been the ILAC AIC chair for the last 7 years. I started in Denmark in 2001 as a lead assessor in calibration, and very soon metrology came into my work sphere, being a physicist myself. It developed gradually through my participation in first ILAC Laboratory Committee and then a little bit later in ILAC. And then I was involved with the liaison to the BIPM, and then the works leading to ILAC P10, the policy for meteorological traceability. I was heavily involved. And then ILAC P14 about uncertainty in calibration was the other big document I was involved with. While the work was very much concentrated on meteorological traceability and uncertainty in the zeros and early 2010 to 2015, it has lately developed into also new issues like the digital calibration certificates and digital SI. This is work which is going to fill out some time in the near future as well. Digital SI is a frame for the cooperation between the usual partners in the metrology sector. ILAC is one, ISO another, which actually covers that you transfer results from calibrations digitally in a unique format so that you don't need to transfer from a printed calibration certificate to a database in your own system, for instance. The ILAC AIC is a very big technical committee in ILAC, and we deal with harmonization of issues within calibration, testing, medical examination, reference materials, PT providers, and biobanking. One of the major tasks being the ILAC AIC chair is to be responsible for maintenance of the ILAC documents in that field we cover, and also to produce new documents within this area. And presently we maintain about 15 documents. Many of these documents are produced with the help of partners and stakeholders. Actually, 2/3 of all our documents have been produced partly or even fully by our stakeholders, partners. The cooperation with ISO is an old, well-established cooperation, and ILAC is so-called a liaison to ISO for a number of standards, especially within CASCO. For 17025, when it was revised and issued in 2017, the standard was actually produced back in 1999 with a minor edit in 2005. Around 2013, we made a survey in the ILAC AIC about what worked well, and this was an input to the revision when it was eventually revised in 2017. The usual procedure in ILAC is to collect all the comments from the members and then consolidate the comments to one response from ILAC representing all the ILAC members and a large part of the stakeholders as well, and then transfer this into the process in ISO. The same happened with the 15189, although this standard was developed outside CASCO, but in the TC212, however, with CASCO being involved so that it adheres to the so-called PROC 3.3 or common elements, also called. If you go a little back, actually even late 90s and early 2000s, then many of the documents in ILAC came from EA, for instance, and were transferred to the global level so that everyone in the world could use these documents. If you look at the later developments, many of the old documents were revised. For instance,
ILAC G18 about scopes of accreditation was an old EA document, and when it was revised, it was a major change of the document. You also have the ILAC G17, the uncertainty in testing, which was developed recently, and that replaced an old document which was also partly common, and it meant that the region EA could withdraw its own document, EA 416. Similarly, we are working on the ILAC P9 policy for proficiency testing, and when that becomes issued, it will be possible for EA to withdraw some parts of an EA document 418. Well, it has been a huge pleasure being the AIC chair for 7 years. It's hard work, but it's enormously giving to work with so many enthusiastic colleagues, and I've been lucky to have many people helping me with this and that, and I only hope that my successor will be able to continue the work we have done in the AIC for the last 20 years. And I wish him all the best luck with the committee, because the AIC is the best committee in the world.